Hi guys, you are welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Rita Amanyure and I am a safari consultant at 56 Africa Tours, and in today's video we're going to talk about the things that you can do when you visit Entebbe. Entebbe is one of the cities that is located in Uganda and is the first city that you will encounter on arrival. If you're flying into Uganda, you usually fly through Entebbe International Airport, where your guide meets you, and this is the first city that you will encounter on your safari to Uganda. So Entebbe comes from, the name is derived from a Luganda name which is known as Entebbe, which means seat in Luganda. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the things that you can do if you are visiting Entebbe or if you are in Entebbe. So Entebbe is a beautiful city. It's located on the Lake Victoria Peninsula. So one of the things that you will do while you're in Entebbe is go on a Lake Victoria boat ride. So the boat ride is usually the boat ride that we recommend is the Sunset Boat Cruise, which usually starts at either Protea Hotel Entebbe, or it will start at one of the beaches in Entebbe. So basically you start with your guide who will give you a history of the town and will also give you a history of Lake Victoria, the attachment that the local people have to the lake, as you enjoy the views of Lake Victoria and learn more about it. So during the boat cruise, you stop at different, should I say, they are not really islands, but they are small bodies of land that are on the lake. So you can you ride across them and you're able to watch birds. If you're a bird watcher in Entebbe, the Lake Victoria boat cruise is a good place to look out for water birds. So the second thing that you can do while in Entebbe is visit Entebbe Botanical Gardens. Entebbe Botanical Gardens are located near Victoria Mall, and you can visit them either on a nature walk or as a bird watcher. So Entebbe Botanical Gardens is one of the best birding sites in Uganda, and usually our birding safaris start with a one-day birding tour of the botanical gardens. So here, these botanical gardens are good for nature lovers. They are also good for people who are birding. So birds to look out for include the bat hawk, they include the African fish eagle. It also gives you, because it's located, there is a 1.5-kilometer stretch of Lake Victoria at the botanical gardens. You're able to look out for water birds by the shores. So you start birding at the entrance and then you continue through. So for the nature lover, if you're someone who is interested in indigenous plants and are interested in trees, Entebbe Botanical Gardens is a good place to also, spend time looking out for the indigenous plants and trees and learning about the botanical gardens, which are also known as the National Botanical Gardens of Uganda. So the third thing that you can do in Entebbe is visit a craft shop. For most visitors on safari, they would like to sometimes leave with souvenirs, to sometimes buy something that is from Uganda. So one of the things that you can do while in Entebbe is shopping. So usually what we do is we'll take you to the African craft shops and you walk around with your guide and be able to decide what you'd like to buy, whether you'd like to buy baskets, whether you'd like to buy artwork. There is artwork that is done by local artists that is available for purchase. You can also buy fridge magnets. You can buy different items that are sometimes wood carvings that are made out of, birds like the shoebill, the gorillas. So it's a place where you can stop by and shop depending on what your interests are. It's also a good place to pick up gifts for your family that you're going to see after the safari. You can pick up gifts or souvenirs for them. So one of the things that you can do while in Entebbe is go shopping at one of the craft shops or at the craft center. The fourth thing that you can do while in Entebbe is visit the Ngamba Island. chimpanzee sanctuary. So this Ngamba Island can be visited on a day tour. So the day tour also takes you on a boat ride. You spend time at the sanctuary learning about the orphaned chimpanzees. You have an opportunity to participate in feeding them with the help of your guide. But Ngamba Island is also a very beautiful place because you're able to contribute to the conservation and protection of these orphaned chimpanzees, but also spend time in the lush gardens that are at the island. And also, if you have time to spare, you can have a meal while being treated to amazing stunning views of Lake Victoria. The other thing that you can do while you're visiting Entebbe is do a one-day Mabamba shoebill watching tour. So this usually starts in Entebbe, where you are taken to Mabamba wetland by boat, and then you're able to spend time looking out for one of Uganda's most iconic bird species, which is the shoebill. So Mabamba wetland is one of the best places to see the shoebill in Uganda, and the reason why it's one of the best places to see the shoebill is because it's a wetland, and this is a great habitat for the shoebills that like to feed in the fresh water marshes. So one interesting thing about the shoebill is that when you watch it, it usually stays in one place for a very long time, focusing on its prey as it's looking out for prey. So one of the things is that it's a prehistoric bird that stays in one place trying to feed. So as you go on a canoe ride, which is usually a motorized canoe ride, you look out for the shoebill within the marshes at Mabamba wetland. And this is probably one of the best excursions that you can do while visiting Entebbe, because it's rewarding, and at the same time it can only be done in one day. So it works for someone who has a few days to spare but would like to see Uganda. So the other thing that you can do while visiting Entebbe is visit the beaches. So there are a number of beaches that are spread out along the Lake Victoria. So one of the beaches that is usually the best beach that we recommend is Coco Beach, and you're able to visit the beach, spend time by the lake shores, order fish, fresh fish from the lake, and it can be a good way to end your stay in Entebbe, simply relaxing by the beach. So the other thing that you can do while visiting Entebbe is experience the Entebbe nightlife. So some of the visitors that we get would love to experience the nightlife of Uganda, and Entebbe has different bars. Some of the bars are at hotels, but usually the ones that are a fun for someone who would like a local experience of the Entebbe nightlife are the bars that are by the street. So that's one of the things that you can do to see how the locals experience the nightlife in Entebbe. And the last thing that you can do while in Entebbe is visit the Uganda Wildlife Education Center, and here you're able to see different types of wildlife. It's also known as the Entebbe Zoo. So you can see the chimpanzee, you can expect to see an elephant, you can expect to see the leopard, and you can also expect to see crocodiles, hyenas, rhino, and other wildlife like monkeys and snakes. So that was it for today's video. If you're ever in Entebbe or visiting Entebbe, these are the things that you can do. If you're visiting Uganda or visiting Entebbe or would like us to plan your tour to Uganda, your safari to Uganda, you can get in touch with us. We will leave the details below the screen. You can email us at info@56africatours.com, and one of our safari specialists will be in touch with you and will be able to arrange a safari and that is based on your interests and what you would like to experience, as well as recommend some of the best places that you can visit in Uganda or in Entebbe. So thank you so much for watching this video, and we shall see you in our next video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates. Bye.